Well, hello racing fans and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show. We are previewing Friday where we race at Hollywoodbets Greyville, Friday the 28th of November. It is a double header. We begin in Gqeberha at Fairview and we kick things off in the afternoon for our day-night race meeting at Hollywoodbets Greyville. What's on the go? Well, let's have a look at it. Our first race will begin at 16:20. And we should close things off at 20:30. As such, that you, the valued racing fan, as well, and looking forward to previewing this show for you. Okay, race number one is the start of the bipod. It will begin at 16:20, as I mentioned. It's an open maiden over 1,400 meters. It's a small field. Yeah, we'll use the betting as a guide. Race number one, horse number 3, which is Siavuya, for Garrett Van Zyl and Sean Veal. A first timer is at 11-2. Number 4, Mr. McDonald, is at 4-1. Susurrando is at 14-10, number 5, and number 6 is a scratching at the time of recording. And then we got an 18-10 shot in number 8, Fine Dining. So looking at the field, now just 7 runners that will go to post. Susurrando will begin there with Dean Kaname and Craig Zaki. Yeah, each time this horse has come to the races, very interesting to note that he's drifted out in the betting market and he hasn't run too badly, he's run okay. He's had 3 races now and I think experience could come to the fore because he's just learning the game and this looks like the right type of field for him. I think he's nicely placed here from the Kaname stable. Horse number 8, Fine Dining, for Yogus Governor and Kabelo Matsunyane. The last 2 runs, he's just turned it around because prior to that, he wasn't showing much at all. He's run a good third behind Little Cracker, and last time out, he just found one better when beaten by De Rosa. So on the last 2 runs, on the poly track, a massive contender for top honors, and I think between numbers 5 and 8 of the race runners, you should get your winner. But I'll give you the comments for these first timers. Number 2, Golden 50s, Nathan Kotson's runner, the most positive of all 3 first-timers. If not too green, has a chance. Number 3 is Siavuya, should need the experience. Garrett Van Zyl's comment. And then number 4, Mr. McDonald, a staying type and a quartet chance. I don't think it'll take much doing to see a first-timer win this. So that wouldn't be a surprise. And of the 3 first-timers, I think keep a very close eye on number 2, Golden 50s, and Dejan Lowe's having a nice run for Nathan Kotson in these silks as well. So number 2, Golden 50s, is the standout if comments are anything to go by of the first timers. But of the race runners, your winner should come from numbers 5 and 8. But I'm leading with the Kaname horse, number 5, Susurrando, as my outright choice. And that is a wrap of race number 1 that kicks off the bipod. Race number 2 kicks off the place accumulator. You need to get on the tote by 16:55, maiden plate, 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the field and of course some betting here. Horse number 1 is Prince of Troy, 5-1. Number 2 is Melangane, Michael Roberts' runner. That's trading at 11-10. Then we got number 3, which is MJ Ordendal's runner. That's trading at 5-1, and horse number 4, Omnia, that's drifted out from 11-2 to 7-1, and then we got a horse from the Robbie Hill stable called Quartermaster, that is trading at 28-10 at the time of recording. So I think we'll begin with a horse that I think will take a lot of beating here, in number 2, Melangane, Michael Roberts' runner, a son of Denon Platina. Just having a look at the last 2 races prior to the short break, been off for 2 months. 6 lengths behind Meerkat Moon was okay. But then last time out over 1,400 meters, I like the fact that the horse raced up with the early pace and speed and stayed on when second behind Targaryen Knight. But what has swayed me in this horse's favor is beside Kagura winning, we saw on Tuesday at Hollywoodbets Greyville, Roy's Grace come through to win with Savannah for Kumaran Naidu and winning a very good race. That's a subsequent winner from the form line. They're stealing from draw 2, Rachel Vinegar claiming 1.5 kgs. The horse should have the run of the race. And with little confidence with the first timers here, there is really not much that one could speak about when it comes to the horses that have run. So I think Michael Roberts has certainly found the right race for this horse. Number 2, Melangane, looks like a place accumulator banker. I want to give a comment on number 7, Quartermaster from the Robbie Hill stable. I can see why the fixed odds market has got this horse at 28-10, because first time out there was some talk for this individual and the betting support matched that. Whatever happened that day, I don't know, because there's nothing that is in the comments column. But what I will tell you, Touched by Angels was in that race, has come out to win. The Marquee in that race has come out to win. And horses like Place of Practice and Eastern Highlands ran 2nd and 3rd behind a horse called Blazing Fury from the stable of Louis Courson. So that form line is held up nicely, but this horse was some 10 lengths back behind Johnny Boy. But against this type of field, you know, beside a horse that's priced up at top of the boards, Melangane, I think he is the improver in the race. And the fact that there was talk and betting support for him, I will respect number 7, Quartermaster. But for the Place Accumulator racing fans, we're only going with one horse here. And in race number 2, the horse to beat is number 2, Melangane, Michael Roberts and Rachel Vinegar. Start of the big one, the pick 6. We want to build a kitty into the Betway Summer Cup on Saturday. Maybe we can catch this pick 6, because Saturday's pick 6 is estimated to reach 5 million. Don't know what figure this will get to with the double header, but it should be well supported. It's an open maiden for fillies and mares 1200 meters. Pick 6 begins sharply at 17:30. Let's bring up the field and have a look at some betting. Number 2, Champagne Problem, Stuart Ferry's runner. From 7-2, that's been backed into 28-10. Number 3 is trading at 7-1. Horse number 5 at 6-1. Number 6, Queen Fen, that is trading at 4-1. And we got a 15-10 shot here. Kaname and Zaki. Number 8, Spirit of Shimla. And that is where I'd like to begin. Spirit of Shimla, you have to watch the replay to know exactly what I mean. She was so green for most of the race. I didn't know where she was, basically. She was slow away towards the back of the field. Coming to the straight, she had a lot of ground to make up, but she started to grab your attention once they hit the final 400 meters, and she put in a fair time. She's poorly drawn out at 8, but I think that first race would have brought her on a ton. She is no doubt, with natural improvement, a runner that one has to take serious note of. Number 8, Spirit of Shimla. But I don't think the race ends there. Number 2, Champagne Problems for Stuart Ferry. The last 2 runs, this filly has hit the crossbar. She's just failed to find the back of the net when running 2nd behind On Song. And last time out, a very close-up 2nd behind Chimes at Midnight. So she's had a few runs now in KZN, and her last 2 starts were her best runs to date. There is early betting support for her, and all she needs to do, racing fans, is jump on terms, because I think that's been costly for her. Slow away last 2 starts, and you can see, you know, losing a length, losing 2 lengths has cost her dearly. Number 2, Champagne Problem. So if she jumps on terms or not too slow away, that good draw of 2 is not wasted. A massive runner there. So that's number 2, Champagne Problems. And I think for quartets, trifectas, and the pick 6, if you're not in the camp of numbers 2 and 8, consider number 4, Levitator, and number 6, Queen Fen, on their good recent form. And Dezan Lowe does claim on Levitator, and Atandiwem Gutla for Daryl Moore does know Queen Fen well. So those are the numbers I'll play around for the pick 6 in numerical order. Numbers 1, 4, 6, and 8. I'm just trying to keep it to my rule, which is half the field or the field. 1, 4, 6, and 8 is going to be the pick 6 numbers. But for the PA and the bipod, going to just go with 2 runners, numbers 2 and 8. Well, jackpot 1 is race number 4. It's an open maiden for fillies and mares. The distance is 1800 meters, and you need to get on by 18:05. Let's bring up the field and have a look at some betting here in the fourth race. And this race, yeah, very interesting because I personally think you just need two runners. But let's see what the betting says. Number one, Skipper O'Malley is at 9-2. Then we got number 5, Intro at 33-10. Number 6, Queen of the Air is at 15-10. And then two other runners in single figures. Number 9, Crimson Typhoon, that is trading at 7-1. And Wendy Whitehead's runner, number 10, Call Me Harriet, at 8-1. I said I just like two runners here, and I'm agreeing with the betting racing fans. Numbers 5 and 6, good enough for the pick 6, good enough for the PA, good enough for the bar pot. Intro for Kumaran Naidu. Yeah, you just look at her form, and you can clearly see how consistent she is. But then you look at the number of chances she's had. She's having a 31st run today, but she is going to get it right. She just needs the luck needed to find the winners in closure. Looking at her last 10 starts, she's had 8 places, and Craig Zaki will partner her for the first time. Maybe Craig's good form can pass on to this filly to give her a bit of confidence and find the finishing post in that number 1 spot. She's got obvious each-way claims, but how confident can you be with a filly that runs well but just can't put her head in front? Now, number 6, Queen of the Air for Frikkie Greyville. Look at her last start behind Captain's Jet, and please, if you have some time, go and watch that replay. Very easy, get onto the Gallop TV, the same channel you're watching this on. But the easiest way to find it is go onto the search engine, type in the winner of that last race, Captain's Jet, the replay will come up, and you'll see exactly what I mean. She seemed to be outpaced for most of the race, and she only got going when the race was over. Again, I go to the form line. Roy's Grace, a winner on Tuesday. That's helped enhance that form line. If she can build on that last start, I have no doubt that she is the filly to beat. And racing fans, just going to go two runners here. Numbers 5 and 6 in all bets. Race number 4 begins at 18:05. Okay, the fifth race now is a C Stakes over 2,000 meters. Races 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be jackpot 2, and it's definitely worth a go because this is competitive. Let's have a look at some betting here in race number 5. 1, Hodgepodge, 4-1. 2, Our Lady Fate, that is trading at 3-1 in race number 5. Then we go on to horse number 4. Spectacular is at 5-2. Number 6, Continental Express at 3-1. And 7-1 shot here in number 8, Gardener's Pride. Now, this is a race where you're going to have to take a chance or just ride the wave and put in as many horses as you can. I'm going to take a chance with 3 runners and play around these 3 runners in all bets. In numerical order, number 1, Hodgepodge from the Stewart Ferry stable. She's only raced once on the poly track, so they've kept her on the turf, a surface that one feels that she appreciates more than the poly track. But she's drawn 1 here, and that penultimate start on the poly track wasn't the worst behind the talented Ice Rain, who has since won again. Her last start on the turf, drawn 11 out of 11. She got going late. It was a nice run. She came from last that day. Number 1, Hodgepodge, run of the race from draw 1, takes to the poly track. I think she'll run a respectable race. The horse to beat for my money is number 4, Spectacular, and the word from the yard is that he is well. They tried to stretch him last time out over 2,400 meters. He didn't run badly. In fact, he saw out the distance. He was only a length and a half behind Rodriguez. But one would think when you have a look at his overall profile that he's better suited to slightly shorter. I say slightly shorter, 2,000 meters suits him very well. In fact, he's got 3 runs over 2,000 meters for a win, second, and a 4th. Serena Moodley gets on well with him, and as I mentioned, the word is he's doing very well, number 4, Spectacular. And then number 6, Continental Express, I'm just willing to forgive him for his last start. I don't think he was at the races last time out. He was beaten 3 lengths. That's respectable form, but not the form that was expected of him. 2,400 meters, 2,000 meters, once they go over a mile with him, you see the best of him. You can recall him winning over 2,400 at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, 4 starts back, 3 starts back. He came to Hollywoodbets Greyville, he won over 2,400 meters. He's a nice staying type, and when his mind's on racing, you can race him handy, as Craig showed at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. You can come from off the speed when Tristan warned him 3 starts back. So he's a versatile horse as well. And although he's yet to win on the poly track, this stable cannot be discounted. The stable of DKR, Dean Kanemayer Racing, and carrying 61.5 kgs, no issues for him at all. He does carry the weight well, this horse, Continental Express. So racing fans are going to take a chance here, numbers 1, 4, and 6. But if you're looking for the roving banker and your quartets, trifectas, etc., I think look at number 4, Spectacular. Word is, the horse is very well. Last pick 3 on the card, race number 6. C Stakes, 2,000 meters, the distance. Very tricky race this. This is where you need to put your thinking caps on, do your studying, and make your decision. If you can work the puzzle out here, I think you're an absolute winner trying to minimize your spend. Number 1, Sky Tricks, is at 8 to 1. Then we got horse number 3, Eventador, at 7 to 1. 4, Blazing Light, that is trading at 7 to 1. And just going to double check something here. Yeah, Blazing Light is at 7 to 1. Number 5, True Trojan, is at 8 to 1. 14 to 10, number 6, Drie Landepint, 14 to 10. Then we got number 7, Rodriguez, at 7 to 1. 8, Papasi, at 5 to 1. It's double figures, the balance. Now, the one thing that's clearly noticeable when you have a look at the race, Drie Landepint, a recent maiden winner, and we know how well he won. But he was positioned in the right race, and he was a 1 to 4 shot that day. One can say you expected him to win in the manner that he did against that opposition, and he won like an odds-on shot. So how mad can you be? How much can you rave about that win? Well, he beat what was put in front of him, and he disposed of them effortlessly. So number 6, Drie Landepint, we'll see how much more to come from him. Is he a 14 to 10 shot? You're going to have to be the judge with that. But he's taking on horses here. He's taking on 2 5-time winners. Numbers 4 and 8 have won 5 times. He's taking on 2 7-time winners here. Numbers 3 and 7 have won 7 times. And we've got an 8-time winner in the race, number 1, Sky Hotfix. He's a 3-year-old against these harder, older, knocking horses. I mean, these horses have been there, done that. They all know how to read and write. And number 6, Drie Landepint, we'll see how good he is. You know, I'm on the fence with him. I'm not saying that, you know, he'll really have to up his game to win this. Who knows? He could be way above average on what we saw last time out and just dispose of this field. But I got a lot of respect for number 1, 6 Hotfix from the Allison Wright stable with Damien Pillay up. Damien won a good race on him in that apprentice race at his penultimate start when we found the horse at a big price. A horse like Eventador, you know, Sean Veal rides Eventador for Hollywood Racing. Blazing Light won a nice race in an apprentice race last time out. 2 Trojan bounced back to form last time out. Rodriguez, well, I've always mentioned him whenever I've previewed show, and it was really nice to see him win at a decent price last time out. I mentioned on the show, I think he's crying out for 2,400 meters. I don't know why Louis Cousin has left it so long to put him over 2,000 meters, and when he did just that last time out, he was always going to find a finish, and he won well. And Blaine Marks Jacobson claims the 4 kgs on number 7, Rodriguez. Papa C will have followers as well. You know, he's yet to win on the poly track, but who knows, with Cabello in good form, he could possibly win this at around 5 to 1. So it's a tough race once you start looking past number 6, Drie Landepint. It's going to be part of my play, number 6, but the backup horses that I'm suggesting for the place accumulator and the bipod are going to be 2 runners. Number 1, 6 Hotfix, and horse number 7, Rodriguez. Confidence will be high that he found the winners in closure last time out. Even though he's dropping in distance 2,000 meters, the pace is going to suit him. He'll be running at them over the final 400 meters. So the backup for number 6, Drie Landepint, numbers 1 and 7. Race number 7, a class 4 over 1400 meters, and now we are at the business end of the race, especially if you're an exotic player. You're running, you're standing, you got a ticket that's alive, you got 2 more races to go in the pick 6. Race number 7, the betting is like so. Number 1, Industrial Sand, 28 to 10. 2, Ishi Quishi Quishi at 7 to 2. Number 3, Imvalelo at 9 to 2. Then we got a 22 to 10 shot here for Matthew and Mike de Kock. Number 7, Spane Rafir. That is trading at 22 to 10, and it's double figures, the balance. Let's give you some comments on some runners. Number 1, Industrial Strength. Well, he's back in the province for Dean Kanamea. He hasn't put foot on a poly track, Industrial Strength. We remember when he started off here in KZN, and then he went down to the Western Cape. He put in some good runs. He actually won a race there, but he's the type of horse that I think would have achieved a bit more now that he's a 5-year-old and just 2 wins of his career. So one can say he's an underachiever. Number 1, Industrial Strength. But that said, he's drawn 1. If he takes to the surface, big runner. Number 2, Ishi Quishi Quishi, loves the surface on the other hand, and they've engaged the services of Rachel Vinica. Good last start, finding 1 better in Imperial Power. Then we got number 4, Imvalelo, for an inform yard, a stable that's red hot, Vengi Masawe. Well done, Vengi. Horses look good and they run accordingly. Sean Veal gets the ride. Now, I had a chat to Sean, excuse me, racing fans, about multiple runners from Hollywood racing and what happens at the time of declarations. And he mentioned to me that he definitely gets the choice, and sometimes, Anthony Delpesh will assist him as well, but he definitely makes the choice on which horse he wants to ride. So one has to respect his decision here, because he could have gone for number 2, Ishi Quishi Quishi, but he's gone for number 3, Imvalelo, that goes for 3 on the bounce. Number 4, Numzan, well, he needs things to go his way. When he has things his way, he runs well, and you saw it when he wins. He just goes to the front, dictates, sets his own fractions, and he runs all the way to the line. If that has to happen on Friday night, he wouldn't be a surprise winner in double figures. 6, Kings Island. This is my roughie in the race as well. Like this horse. I just want to see what price this horse is, because I haven't jotted that down. If I just pick a value selection here in race number 7, it's going to go to this horse. Kings Island is at 16 to 1, racing fans, and Numzan is at 12 to 1. Those are 2 nice horses to include in everything. But this horse, Kings Island, keeping a close eye on him at his recent start. Dejan Lowe has partnered him twice, and they've been good runs. A 3rd behind El Rey Vien, and even his last start, 2.5 lengths behind Imperial Power when he was drawn 8 out of 9. I think that this horse is ready to run a big bull race here. Number 6, Kings Island, at a big price, 16 to 1. Spane River, very good post-maiden run. He'll be an obvious horse for many that are playing the exotics. And I think fair advantage if you're playing quartets. Go and watch that replay of that Imperial Power form line, which is represented by Ishi Quishi Quishi, this horse Fair Advantage, and Kings Island. You'll see that some of these horses were making up a lot of ground, and one of them was number 9, Fair Advantage. And I see the young kid, Muller, gets the chance again. So it's a complicated race. It's a race where, I think you'll get a very good quartet and trifecta here. My 2 roughies in double figures are number 4, Numzan, and number 6, Kings Island. But if I had to pick a roving banker, which horse would it be? Tough one. I was initially going with Industrial Strength, but it's his first up on the poly track against these horses that go on the surface. I'm going to go with Sean Veal's mount here at 9 to 2, Imvalelo, to make it 3 on the bounce. That will be my roving banker in the race. But the value, number 6, Kings Island at 16 to 1, and don't leave out number 4, Numzan, at 12 to 1. 2 nice roughies to include in all your bets. Race number 8 is the Bright Future Class 5, 1400 meters. We close things off at 8:30 p.m. We're under the lights in the capital. Yeah, it is the capital of South African horse racing. It's Hollywoodbets Greyville. Why is it the capital? Well, it's the home of the biggest race on the continent, the Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Let's see how the betting looks here in race number 8. Number 1, Oh My Gucci Girl, 6-1. Number 3, Clickbait at 5-1. 4, Mountains of the Moon at 9-2. 7, Flying Rainstorm at 6-1. Then we got number 10, Siberian Winter at 9-2. 11, Pour Some Sugar on Me at 5-1. And it's double figures, the balance. So this race, how are you going to be playing it? Well, the other day at Hollywoodbets Greyville, Stampede Ahead looked like a good thing in the last race. And I must say, racing fans, me personally, I was running in the pick 6. Had that as a banker. And I don't know what type of race it turned out to be with those apprentices, and the horse ran bush. So when you're going into the last leg, you can never be confident with any of your, in fact, you can't be confident in any of your selections in any of the legs when it comes to the pick 6. You will get a result along the way. Is there going to be a result here? Well, I was initially thinking I'm just going to include one runner in the PA, and that's number 10, Siberian Winter, which I'm going to stick with. And I'll tell you why. This filly, the daughter of Rabada, she's holding her form nicely. But then I pulled out the strength of a form line behind Ubeke Basane. Happy Fortune has won, and Princess Goldie has won. But more importantly, there's been a subsequent winner in Alana. So I like that form behind Ubeke Basane. And with 59.5 kgs, I think she is the filly that could finally get that second career win. I say finally because she hasn't won for 599 days. It's been a long time, which has seen her rating drop to a 72. So she looks like the right filly in the race, but she hasn't won for some time. And then you got the hard-knocking number 11, Pour Some Sugar on Me, who loves the poly track, solid form over the course and distance. I don't think that Dennis Bosch was actually going to run this horse with 63 kgs with a jockey up. I thought he was going to use an apprentice, but he's opted to go for the man who's leading the jockey title for the season, and that's Craig Zaki, carrying 63 kgs. And I looked up her form, and she's shown that she's carried the weight in the past. In fact, she did run a good second with Serena Mudley carrying 62 kgs, that was back in May 2025. So she does carry the weight well. So numbers 10 and 11, the obvious horses, but they have wide draws to overcome. And then when I start looking at the balance of the field, it becomes an absolute nightmare for me. Number 1, Oh My Gucci Girl, she's run well at the last 2 starts. She's drawn 1. Dejan Lowe's got some nice mounts for this day-night meeting. Keep a very close eye on number 2, Fate Decreed. She's in double figures. If she finds betting support, you may consider including her, because she's dropped now from a very unkind penalty that she got when running second behind Meritorious. She was pushed up that day for running second from a 56 to a 67, and they've taken a bit of time to drop her now, but she's down to a 59. Keep an eye on her. On her ratings, 54.5 kgs. She could be the joker of the pack there, number 2, Fate Degree. Mountains of the Moon for Robbie Hill. I think you'll have to consider including that, along with number 3, Clickbait. And then Flying Rainstorm, Blind Speed, you can make a case for them on some of their better form lines. So it's a tricky race once you start, trying to look for horses to minimize your spend. But you're going to have to take a chance here. Otherwise, you're going to have to possibly include the field here in race number 8. But I think numbers 10 and 11 look to be the right horses on what they represent in black and white and what jumps off the page. I think 10 and 11 will be the horses for the place accumulator, etc. This horse, Mountains of the Moon, I've gone for her in the past. She hasn't won for a long time as well. A lot of these horses are low in confidence. 782 days for Mountains of the Moon, but can she get it right? Well, it could be the right field. And then a horse like Fate Decreed, now that she's down in the ratings, she could possibly bounce back to some good form as well. So it's a tough race here, racing fans. Race number 8, you be the judge for the pick 6, etc. But for the PA, I'm going to go with the 2 runners, number 10, Siberian Winter, and horse number 11, Pour Some Sugar on Me. It's a big race meeting on Friday day night as we build up to the Betway Summer Cup. And I say a big meeting because you need to find some cash for Saturday. And once we know it's the end of the month, etc., but some extra cash to play into Saturday will definitely help. And it could be that you get, some money at Hollywoodbets Greyville on that day-night race meeting. So come to the course. Always lots of fun. You got the light show that goes on. There's plenty of food when it comes to food stalls and where to eat on course. You got prize night that's happening, and lots to play for. I'm just told by my producer Mikhail that they're having a commentators competition. Yeah, commentators. I don't know where it's happening. The venue will be announced when you are on course. You just need to be on course to enter this. You don't have to go and put in an application form, etc. They will announce the venue on course on the day, and you get to that venue, you sign up, and who knows, your talent could be noticed, and one day you could be up in the commentary box. You'll never know. It's little things that make big things happen in one's life. So there's a commentators competition as well. And one last thing, if you're wondering why I'm not giving my Betway Summer Cup selection, well, it's very simple. There was a production that was put together by Gallop TV during the course of the week, and it's going to be dropped. Yeah, it's going to be dropped on Thursday on the Gallop TV site, and you can watch it all there. All the information with some very special guests as well. From the entire team to the valued racing fan. All the best for what is going to turn out to be a wonderful weekend that begins on Friday. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gaste.